again on helping you on a topic that's going to ace your career.
This topic is extremely close to us. I think our entire life, from where I began my journey as a helper in the garment manufacturing unit, to become a life coach, to become a successful entrepreneur, to do whatever I create, is because of this topic that we're going to talk about. And that topic is all about growth mindset. It is so close to our life because that's the mindset I've been having for the last maybe 30 odd years, and that's why I've grown. So the key that I feel that one of the factor for you to become successful is this mindset, and that's the growth mindset.
So, it's great that Dheeraj brought this topic right at the very beginning. I feel that if I look at my career, that's where all this began. Starting as an average student, not really well known in the class, not having some great grades, not clearing her interview after doing her MBA. All these things went on for me, but that didn't stop me growing in my career. How did that change happen? How did that difference happen? What made me do what I'm doing today as a successful coach? It all reflects on your mindset. Why is it so important today? We all know that today, in the ever evolving landscape of our modern world, there are significant transformations happening in the way we are working, and that's continuously shaping our career growth strategies. So we know the integration of technology in our daily lives, and profoundly that's changed how we communicate, interact, and navigate in our professional environments. We didn't know there's something called as work from home. Now it has become a daily part of our culture. We never knew that we are going to interact with teams two different, one in Asia and one probably in US. So I'm working stretch hours, and today probably my work hours will be 6 to 5 in the evening. Tomorrow probably it will be 2 to 11 in the night. So there are no fixed hours, and plus everything is really changing because there's technology change, and of course thanks to AI, which is bringing in so much of changes in our life. And that's exactly why tonight we shall begin by talking
some very, very crucial elements that is absolutely required for you to grow in your career. To start with, the first thing I think is continuous learning and upskilling.
Absolutely correct. Because you know what? Like we just discussed, rapid advancement of technology demands that we continuously update our skills and knowledge. Till yesterday, I was a master of one skill, something that I knew, and I was acing. The company was needing me. They were all out and they wanted to give me everything. Today, all of a sudden, that skill is redundant and I don't exist. Innovations are happening daily, increasing the urgency for us to upskill. So like if you're using Windows, every now and then you have some updates. You're using a Android or an Apple phone, every now and then there are updates. Same thing is happening at our work life. But the good thing is that we have online learning platforms. We have virtual classrooms. So education has become much more accessible than ever before. These tools actually allow us to enhance our skills without disrupting our work schedule. Because earlier, if you wanted to do a degree, you had to stop your career, go do that degree, come back. Today, nothing is of that kind expected from you. Even IIMs, the biggest management institutes in India, are giving work professionals an advantage of doing a degree course by attending their online classes on the weekends. And that is why continuous learning today can be a very seamless part of our professional lives.
Second, mastering soft skills. While technical proficiency remains essential, employers are increasingly emphasizing the importance of soft skills. Now let's dive into few key soft skills that are critical in today's workplace. To start with, first, which is my favorite and I'm extremely good at, is effective communication.
Well, Dheeraj, I believe that effective communication is just not important in our career, it is important in relationship as well.
I think every aspect of, let it be health, relationship, or your career, or finance, everywhere, what are you communicating? Okay, so effective communication. Now, this involves not only conveying information clearly, but also The biggest problem with most of the people is actively listening. They fail there. They said, they're so much busy in talking that they're not spending time in listening. And if you're not listening, you're not effectively communicating, because you have to understand what is the other person's perspective. So strong communication skill helps us to build an amazing rapport, resolve conflicts, and foster amazing positive relationship with your colleagues, your clients, and also your stakeholders.
So, like especially in the IT industry, this is even more relevant because the structure is so huge and they have stakeholders sitting at different locations across the globe. There are so many challenges when you're delivering a project because everyone has their own viewpoint and a way of understanding and delivering. For some people, when we meet, like when we Indians, we meet, we really open up our lives and that's how we build rapport. Other people may not like this. They will not want you to enter in their personal space. So, it's all the time, it's so dynamic that if I have shifted to a new location, I need to learn those things. And that is where communication, not only about talking verbally, but writing emails, what should be the language used, everything has become so damn important. Then, of course, the second one, because we know there's so many changes happening, the crucial aspect is adaptability. With this rapid pace of technology advancement and market changes, the ability to adapt quickly and embrace new ways of working is crucial. Adaptable individuals are open to learning, they're flexible in their approach, and resilient in navigating uncertainty. So, let me, dear friends, I'll share one very beautiful example here. One of my clients just went through that whole thing. Restructuring happened in the organization. And before the restructuring, that was the most important team where she was working. And it really had all the recognition, visibility. People are talking about them. And the restructuring absolutely dissolved the team. There was no requirement only of the role of that entire department. Can you believe this? And that is where layoffs start happening. But when it came to my client, it was her boss, her boss's boss, her team. Everyone gave a shout out that she should be one who should not be laid off. She should be absorbed and continued in some new role. So for her, her communication was the best thing. And that is why that rapport which she had with her stakeholders, with her colleagues, everyone voiced out for her and she sustained her job. Second thing, obviously, since the department had been dissolved, there was an absolute new role in a new domain. Now, if she's not adaptable, though the company offered her a job option, she would have told her no. That is why these two are the most important things today. One, how do I stay relevant in my role? And second, how effectively I'm communicating with people and how quickly I'm really adapting to the changes that are happening.
Okay, now, to able to have that adaptability and to able to communicate, what is the key is your emotional intelligence. That's the third, or your EQ. What EQ you are, what emotional state you are, will decide that how comfortable you are in adapting and how good in your communication. Because we all know that based on our emotions, we communicate very differently.
Absolutely.
So EQ encompasses of first self-awareness.
Yes.
Okay. I need to be aware of who I am and what is the person that I am. Okay. Second, empathy. And third, the ability to manage your emotions effectively. So no matter how low you are, you need to go that you will not open your mouth till you're high. Because when you're opening your mouth when you're low, you're not communicating, you're only creating trouble for yourself. You cannot adapt anything. So that's why EQ is very important. Individual, it has been proven, with high emotional intelligence can navigate interpersonal dynamics, handle stress, and build strong connection with others, leading to more productive and harmonious work environment. I think that's something which has been one of my biggest strengths. Again, here, this my EQ is pretty high as compared to my IQ. And it is the EQ that I've grown so much, and I have such amazing relationship with my family, my friends, my clients, my NGO people, everybody, because that EQ is always in place. And the reason of success also is EQ.
So, I would just try and reflect on that example, Dheeraj. Day before yesterday night, we had gone for a family function and some dynamics changed, like we all say, right? Something or the other might come up at the last minute. And we had to end up going to a restaurant at 10 o'clock in the night. The only thing that worked was that phone call to that restaurant, talking to that person, and really being able to communicate in a way that he said, "No problem, I'll wait for you. Please come and we'll serve you food." So I think every small aspect of our life, if we don't have that high emotional state, we will not be able to communicate with people, especially in this work culture where we are collaborating with different people. And that is not relevant only to IT, it's relevant in manufacturing and every other aspect of life, where logistics today, it's worldwide, right? So no industry is really left where I have to just interact with my colleagues sitting in the location that I live in.
So to be able to thrive in today's interconnected and diverse workplaces, it's extremely important to balance technical proficiency with amazing strong soft skills. Embracing continuous learning, adaptability, emotional intelligence, and effective communication will help you navigate the dynamic professional landscape and achieve sustained career growth.
So, my real question to each one of you who's just listening to us right away, I want you to write back in the comment section, how relevant is this, what we have just spoken? That communication skills are really the key if you want to grow in your career. You need to have a great EQ if you want to manage your stakeholders, manage your interpersonal dynamics, because we are interacting with people across cultures.
Absolutely.
And of course, being adaptable to whatever comes your way. All of a sudden the role has changed, you have to be open to accepting that, and that's the only way you can grow in your career. Thus, to truly grow in your career, it's crucial to cultivate a growth mindset. But when I say growth mindset, what does it exactly mean?
So, to start with, what is growth mindset? It is nothing. A growth mindset is characterized by first enthusiasm for learning and personal development. You're absolutely enthusiastic about it. Arey yaar, arey abhi fir se. No, yaar, wow, let's go for it. If you enjoy the process of acquiring new knowledge, expanding your network, and connecting with people, you likely possess a growth mindset. Here are the C, very, very important, some key indicators.
First one, of course, is thriving on challenges. You see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow and improve. So if you are a person who thrives on challenges, then you definitely are having a growth mindset. What is the second trait of a growth mindset?
It is welcoming feedback. Now, that's one of the challenges. Like, I keep coaching a lot of people, and recently I was coaching one company. So I spoke to 4 of the employees. They said one of the only challenge with our founder is not open to feedback. Okay, he only wants to listen what he wants to listen. That's why we are not able to share anything. So welcoming feedback, you need to appreciate constructive criticism and use it to enhance your skill and performance, because it's all about you. If you're not going to take that feedback, if you're not going to take that constructive criticism, believe me, you're not going to grow. You're going to stop your growth.
Dheeraj, one more beautiful thing that is happening is today so many things, the technology changes are so easily adapted by the younger generation. And imagine you're in your 40s and your junior in his 20s is coming and teaching you. And when he says that you don't know this, you better accept that feedback and learn from him. So it's really very important to be enthusiastic towards learning, even from your juniors, maybe someone who's actually 15-20 years younger than you. Then, of course, the third key indicator is viewing failures as learning opportunities. Rather than being discouraged by failure, you should see it as a chance to learn and improve. So if you're a person who sees failure as a learning opportunity, then you're absolutely in a growth mindset. But the minute there is a failure, you start blame game, either blaming you or the team or the situation or the organization, then you're not in the right mindset.
One thing I'm very clear from last 30 years, either we grow or we learn. There's nothing called as failing. And that's the growth mindset. Fourth, believing in effort and hard work. You understand that abilities and talents can be developed through dedication and effort. Like, we have started learning music, we started singing, and we're happy that we are able to sing. That is only purely because we believe that if you take, like, every day we are doing the riyaz and we're really sincerely doing it, I know we can learn anything. You can develop any ability and talents.
So, you know what? It's really very important to understand that learning has to be a constant process. We actually take up this because there's a person who's teaching us, and when he teaches us, he's going to give us feedback, and that feedback may not necessarily be something that we want to hear. So, it still keeps us in the
No,
learning zone.
it took 9 months for our sir or our Pandit ji to say that now finally sa lag gaya. Okay, 9 months we were listening, nahi, sa nahi lag raha hai, sa nahi lag raha hai, sa nahi lag raha hai. And we were also taking our entire efforts to ensure we hit there. And finally, I am happy that after 9 months, he said, ha, aaj tum dono ka sa lag gaya. Now that is what is growth mindset all about. On the other hand, if you often find yourself thinking, fighting, one, I can't do this.
This is too hard.
I'm not good enough.
I'm going to fail.
This situation or person is hopeless.
So either the person is hopeless, or the situation is hopeless, or the climate is hopeless, or the economic environment is hopeless, or the government is hopeless, or the roads are hopeless. Whenever I see this and I don't trust people, that means I'm operating from a fixed mindset. And a person with a fixed mindset in today's day and age, believe me, he is good enough to destroy his own career. He doesn't need any outsider. So these thoughts indicate a fixed mindset, which can hinder your success in your career and, of course, in all the other areas of life. So, like we know, if you have to succeed, it is essential to transition to a growth mindset. Here is how you can do it.
So let's understand, how do we move to a growth mindset? Number one, I want you to write down, this is extremely important.
Yes.
First, embrace challenges, which means view challenges as opportunity for growth rather than obstacle. I was just telling a client of mine, I think one of the life is a combination of two things. 97% is challenges and 3% is celebration when you overcome those challenges. So I see challenges as opportunity for me to grow, because the more the challenge, the more I push myself, the more I push myself, the more I push myself, and I've grown and grown and grown. So when we face with a difficult task, remind yourself that overcoming it is going to help you develop new skills and improve your capability. And in the beauty is, you're here, you come with a problem, you reach here. Now when you're here, you're not scared of this. Then you come here, then you come here. The more you're going up, the lower things you're not scared. So that's number one.
Second, of course, is persisting in the face of setbacks. Failures and setbacks are inevitable. Otherwise, you're not growing.
Yep.
Right? You grow in the unknown territory. And when you're traveling in the unknown territory, obviously there are going to be setbacks and failures. That crucial time, instead of giving up, use them as learning experiences. Persistence is the key to overcoming obstacles and achieving long-term success. I remember one of my clients constantly getting just one feedback from her boss about a presentation. And the end result, after 9 months of extreme hard work, her entire board appreciated the way she has been delivering presentations. They told her that they have seen massive improvement in how things have been communicated. Imagine the board members talking this about you, how beautiful she would have felt. So remember, setbacks are an opportunity to growth.
Third, view efforts as the path to mastery. Sorry. Now, many a time what happened, I've seen a lot of people who are running away from taking efforts. No, that doesn't work. No matter how good you are in what you do, if you're not ready to take effort, you cannot gain that mastery. And if you don't have mastery in something, you can't be the expert and you can't go. So recognize that effort is essential for mastering new skills. Like as we, every single day, we are doing the practice of singing. That's why after 9 months, we're able to sing one song, only one song. Okay. So hard work and dedication are the foundations of growth and improvement. Embrace this entire process and be patient with your progress, because nothing is going to happen in a day.
Absolutely correct. Then, of course, learning from criticism and feedback. Constructive feedback is invaluable. But you know, when will people give you feedback? When you're open to receiving it. Listen to it carefully and use it to identify areas where you can improve. Viewing criticism as a tool for growth rather than a personal attack will help you continuously enhance your ability. Most of the time, when a feedback is given, people see it as personal failures, and that is where they lose the entire perspective, and they start defending themselves, how well they did, how much effort they have taken, all what they did for this role. And at the end of the day, the boss or the colleague or the senior most person in the team is giving you some negative feedback. Remember, without that feedback, you will not grow, you just stay there. So be more than happy when someone is thinking about you and telling you, dear, this is the areas that you can improve.
Harness the power of positive thinking. Your mindset shapes your reality. Focus on positive affirmation and thoughts. When you encounter negative self talk, challenge it and replace it with a positive perspective. Believe in your potential to grow and succeed. So many a times, it's so natural. We live in a world where everything is so much of negativity, and we start believing in that negativity, we start living in that negativity, and that's a thought that we are inculcating. So most of the thought is, I don't think this is going to happen, I don't think ये होगा, I don't think मुझे मिलेगा, मुझे नहीं लगता कुछ अच्छा हो सकता है, मुझे नहीं लगता एक अच्छा जॉब मिलेगा. Now that's what you're living all the time. Now for that, you need to ensure that you're changing and you're getting into more positive thinking, saying, you know what, I can do it, I know it's possible, I think I have that in me, I just have to work hard. Everything is possible. Now, if you get into that kind of thought process, if you're going to harness, which means it's an effort that you need to take to do this every single day to ensure that you are in a positive thought process constantly going on.
So, just let's remember that, as I've shared before also, mind is mostly fixated on negative thoughts. What can go wrong is where the brain takes you consistently without any efforts. So if you feel that I have no negative self-talk, you're absolutely wrong. If you feel only when that negative self shows up, that is where I need to really work on it, it's absolutely wrong. Every single day, when you start training your mind through this positive thoughts and affirmations, that is where the results will start coming in your environment. Your visualizations will work, your vision will become a reality. So believe me, dear friends, if you don't work on your mindset, you will miss the potential that you have. Believe in your potential and work towards growing and succeeding in life. So, like we have just discussed, how can you build this growth mindset? It's also very important to understand, if I develop this, is it really going to benefit me? So, here we are sharing how do we benefit when we develop this growth mindset.
Absolutely, because it's not easy to change your mindset.
Absolutely.
So it has to be something worth it. Okay, so let's say, having discussed the essential elements for career growth and the importance of cultivating growth mindset, let's explore the specific benefit that comes with adopting. So the first one, unlocking your true potential. Now that's what it is important. The truth is, we all know the potential human has is limitless.
Yes.
But what is pathetic is what we really tap. We don't even tap few percentage of the potential we have. And that's why towards the end of our life, we have regrets. And we say this to ourselves, Kash, maine tab aisa kiya hota, Kash, maine aur kiya hota. So growth mindset empowers you to push beyond your current capabilities by embracing challenges and continuously learning. You can unlock your true potential, achieving things you once thought were out of your reach.
So this I can really declare here, very openly, that any of my school or college friends, if they see me today, they will not believe that this is where I can reach and this is what I'm delivering. I've authored books, I've spoken on various platforms, I'm coaching people towards success, I'm helping them solve their problems of life. This potential I've only and only been able to tap because I've been constantly pushing myself, and that is how I've enhanced my capabilities. And of course, like we just mentioned, constantly feeding those thoughts, having people like him who have been pushing me towards my growth, that has really helped me stay in that mindset. And that's where I'm really encashing that today, when I'm so happy that I can reach out to all of you and share these wonderful things.
So true.
Second thing that happens, you stay motivated and engaged at work. When you view your work as a series of opportunities for growth and development, you naturally stay more motivated and engaged. This enthusiasm is not only enhancing your performance, but it makes your work more fulfilling and enjoyable. The minute you say, oh my God, aaj ek naya challenge, believe me, you've killed your growth. But another challenge, let's see how do we resolve this. Come together, make it happen. At the end of the day, it makes you feel so fulfilled, and the entire journey becomes so enjoyable than just doing that same monotonous work without any challenge or any obstacle.
Third, becoming more resilient and adaptable. With a growth mindset, what happens? The setbacks are seen as temporary and surmountable. Now, this perspective fosters resilience in you, allowing you to bounce back from failures and adapt to changing circumstances with greater ease. You're not scared of anything new coming. You're not scared of any situation. You're not scared of any problem and challenges because you're so resilient and you know that you can just adapt anything.
So, dear friends, the fact that we could sustain COVID and come out more stronger shows that as a human race, we are very resilient.
So true.
But that should just not be developed out of a no option situation. Resilience should be a chosen activity that you go through any kind of changes, you adapt to them quickly without really creating those kind of waves on your forehead, which shows people that you're not open and you're not receiving adaptability or change in technology or criticism in the right way. Then, of course, the most important thing with AI coming into picture, if you have growth mindset, you can constantly keep enhancing your creativity and innovation. Believe me, dear friends, if you have been doing the same work yesterday, you're doing the same work today, and you're going to do the same work tomorrow, next year you're going to be replaced by AI. Be very sure of that. And that is why when you continuously seek to learn and grow, you open up yourself to new ideas and perspective. This curiosity and openness fuels creativity and innovation, enabling you to approach problem in the most novel and effective way. So creativity is one of the best ways that you're paid. I was just sitting with one of my clients and she was saying that some team member in the organization who got 2 promotions in 1.5 years. Obviously, it shows how creative and innovative he is in providing solutions to the organization. And also, he's great in his communication that people noticed his work, and that is why he got promoted.
And of course, building confidence and security. As you achieve more and overcome challenges, your confidence grows to, yeah, ये तो मैं आराम से कर सकता हूँ. अरे ये मैंने किया हुआ है. अरे ये तो कुछ भी नहीं है. I know I can do it. Because you've done it. You've overcome it. A growth mindset helps you to see your progress and reinforces your belief in you, your abilities, and making you feel more secure in your professional as well as your personal life. It is so important. Like, I'm so proud to share one of my clients. He's working with an MNC out of, and I think 36,000 people. He got that, 4 people got award, and he was one of them who got the global award on the global level, And that was amazing because all of this he applied. Where he's been in the company, he was not able to grow, he was not able to go, he was not able to recognize. In 1 year, the way he adopted, the way he changed himself, and what he delivered is unbelievable.
There's another one good news that I would share. One of my clients today got a job and she was figuring out whether I should take this opportunity. It was not a real situation where she had grown. But the best part, the function head had heard her reputation in her previous job that she was working. And she said that you don't bother at what level you're starting. She has a lot of expectation from you and she's already laid a career path for you. Imagine if that is what has happened to you, that your news is traveled to a competitor and they are ready to welcome you in the team and lay a growth path to you. So in this dynamic landscape of the modern workplace, cultivating a growth mindset is crucial for career success. Embrace continuous learning, upskilling, mastering essential soft skills, and leveraging on ongoing learning opportunities are all part of this journey. I repeat this again: continuous learning, upskilling, mastering those soft skills which we mentioned, communication, adaptability, and EQ. And when you keep leveraging on these learning opportunity, by default, you will grow.
By adopting a growth mindset, you can unlock your true potential, stay motivated and engaged, become more resilient and adaptable, enhance your creativity and innovation, and you'll build an amazing confidence and security. Remember, your mindset is a powerful tool. So use it to propel yourself forward in your career and achieve the success that you aspire and you deserve.
So thank you very much